So you're familiar here with Tactical Night? Who's not familiar with Tactical Night tonight? Alright, so how Tactical Night work is, it's a bit different. If you played a video game, Rainbow Six Siege or Counter-Strike, it's pretty similar to that. You've only got one life, it's attackers and defenders, it's 7-minute games with the defenders having a 2-minute prep phase, and the attackers watching the camera for 2 minutes to see what they're doing before they attack. Okay? So there's some things I need to cover since you guys are new. When you get killed, you flop to the ground. You don't call hit, because that gives away the element of stealth if someone is being stealthy, okay? When you die, you stay on the ground. You do not say anything. There are medics. Attackers have medics. I'll show you that later on. The game mode we're doing tonight is asset protection. So most of you obviously read it on the Facebook page, but for those who did not, what it is Dan's going to be our asset, and the defender's job is to protect him at one of the given sites located on these blueprint sheets. You'll take a look at them when you prep. Okay? The attacker's job is to eliminate this asset to win the game. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Dan, the asset, will be able to move around on his little site, but will not be able to leave the site. Okay? It's pretty much, he's the president and you need to protect the president. Okay? Attackers can have as many grenades as they want, but defenders can only have up to 2 grenades. This will reduce grenade spam and hopefully get more fair gameplay going on, alright? I would like to reiterate, since we had a problem last game, last Tactical Night, do not shoot through gaps that are smaller than your head. This includes gaps that are long, that you can see people, but just do not shoot people, alright? It's pretty self-explanatory. If we catch you doing that, we will ask you to leave that match, alright? Also got here, grenades must be thrown underarm, below the hip or the shoulder. Last time we had a couple people throwing grenades off the 2nd floor down,
yeah.
Alright?
So that's above your shoulder.
So there's 2 reasons why we don't do that. 1, that's very OP and it's very cheap. 2, it is a very big hazard. If someone gets hit in the head, especially with a gas grenade, that might concuss them, okay? So we do not want anyone throwing grenades above floors, and make sure it's under the hip, not over barricades or anything like that. Okay, cool. I've already talked about the dead man walking. Make sure, when you die, don't call him. I know it's hard, us airsofters, to call you hit, but you just flop dead. If you don't want to get shot at, look dead. You know, an attacker's going to come and check you. If you look dead, he's not going to shoot you, right? If you're there sitting down with your gun, almost looking like you're alive still, he's going to probably shoot you.
If you guys have been to quite a few Tactical Nights, and I see quite a few familiar faces here, a really good thing to invest in is what they call a dead rag, just a red sheet of fabric. When you die, just pull it out, chuck it on your head, you're dead. Really easy way for the enemy to identify when you're dead. Cool.
And a couple people didn't really get the memo of this. Defenders must stay on their objective before the whistle is blown, and then they can go and roam. Because we had a lot of people last time already spread out the whole arena, and then I call game on, and as soon as people leave, they get shot. So to counteract that, you have to stay on the objective, and when you hear game on, you can spread out.
Yeah.
Okay? Spawn killing is not permitted. We had this, it was a serious breach last time. If we catch you spawn killing, so there is Darkroom where the attackers spawn. If we catch you spawn camping them as soon as they leave their base, your team will be disqualified and you will not gain a point. The point will go to the opposition team.
The way that we define spawn killing is that you cannot shoot into the Darkroom premise, and they also cannot shoot out. It's sort of like a respawn or base rules. It just gives them a chance to get into the field before they come under fire. Last time, the moment we had a team where the moment the whistle was blown, someone threw a grenade and took out the entire team. That's no fun for anyone. Cool.
Okay, so I want to reiterate some things. So if the defender accidentally shoots the VIP, the attacker still get a point, alright? If the if the asset dies at any point, that is an attacker score. If the defenders manage to keep the asset alive for the full time limit of 7 minutes, the defenders win a point. Alright? You cannot choose the same point twice, so if you win a kitchen, you cannot play that again this night. Okay? Just to mix things up, so make sure people don't choose the most OP spots. Right, do we have any questions here? For those new people, standard rules apply. Do not shoot any lights, do not shoot any windows or anything that could break or be hazardous, otherwise you'll be charged a minimum of $100 fine to replace that. Today our staff is going to be Dan, myself Jordan, it's going to be Belinda and Tiana working reception. If you have any inquiries or questions, feel free to contact us directly. We have a suggestions box over the next to the waivers. If you have any feedback tonight or any improvements, sure, let us know. If you don't have a pen and paper, get one from reception. Okay? If you need any medical assistance, come up to the front desk. We have a first aid kit, or seek myself. I have one on my battle belt. Okay? Any other questions?
Medics?
So we're going to have medic system per usual, per house rule. So how the medic works is the medic is going to be given 3 armbands. He will have to put an armband around the dead teammate, and then he will be alive, okay? One person can be revived up to 3 times, as long as you have the armband. So if you die, you can be medic. If you die again, you can be medic again, but you don't want to waste it all on one person. Medics cannot revive themselves, and we have the medic bands. It'll be pretty self-explanatory when the attackers come in.
For medics as well, if you're on the attacking team, if you are shot, you have to wait 30 seconds before you can call out for medic. That is to give the defender a chance to move on before you give away his position. After that, you can only call for a medic once every 30 seconds. So I don't want to hear medic, 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 medic. Inside the field, you're injured, you're dead, you're low on energy. Every 30 seconds you can call for a medic. For those who haven't been here before as well, we have an ammunition limit of 200 rounds as well. We have a high cap magazine. I understand they do hold a bit more than 200 rounds, just half fill it up. The reason why we have an ammunition limit is to prevent the spamming and make it a little bit more, you actually have to think about what you're doing. Yep.
And we do provide a riot shield, so the attackers can have 1 riot shield, no more than 1. I know sometimes someone brings their own riot shield, but you can have 1. And with the riot shield, you only can wield a sidearm. This includes a pistol and only a pistol. SMGs will not count.
Yeah, or guns with folding stocks.
To kill the riot shielder is any explosive rounds or any underbarrel grenade launcher.
Counts as a kill, yeah.
It counts as a kill. Even if it directly hits you, if it hits the shield, it will kill him.
Yeah. How do you know it's an explosive round?
It's pretty, you'll find out.
It's
Just a bunch of BBs go everywhere.
It's actually hand grenades and 40 grenade launchers count as explosive rounds. There's a couple of differences tonight as well. One, we're actually going to be having a bit of ambient noise going on in the field through the speakers.
Such as this background.
Such as this music here, because we found the last 2 games that it's too quiet in there, and therefore it stops people from moving around too much. Yeah, Guns is very much a sneaking game. And we're also going to have a few of the central doors closed as well to help cover a few of the access points. So this door here's going to be closed, and this one here's going to be closed as well. We have 1 roller door at half height, so you have to go underneath it.
You can go underneath it.
You can go underneath it, but it's only at half height.
Just do not remove the code. One thing I want to also say, the defenders can choose to turn off lights, so don't be alarmed if there are some lights that are turned off in the arena, okay?
Sweet. But apart from that, basic rules apply. Those who are familiar with Tactical Nights, you will know them. The rest of you guys will learn pretty quickly.
On that map, we sit down where?
Tower is in the middle of the field, right there.
Okay.
That's the tower.
Your teams will be divvied up by Belinda there. Your 2-minute prep zone begins now.
I heard you. Good game, boys.
Man, that was freaky.
What is that?
That was freaky, man.
Yeah, the scene again.
Oh shit, sorry man. Từ đấy xí nhỉ?
Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Contact left. Contact left. Right, you again. Grenade, I heard, are they?
Who set the grenade off?
I think they did, didn't they?
Yeah, that was us that threw the grenade.
Yeah. Yeah, still up. There's still one over in the corner. At least one by the stairs as you come up. I think Heinrich is down. They're all dead.
Happy's win!